Hey, what's going on, peeps? It is Keenan. Thank you for jumping in on the Social Selling Summit put on by my boys, Sales for Life and HireVue. Props to HireVue. We actually use them, so if you're not using HireVue, give it a shot. We use it on our recruiting side of our business, but also my boy Jamie and his Sales for Life team, a good crew of folks. They know social like nobody's business, so I am honored. Thanks, gentlemen and ladies and peeps, for having me on. I'm excited about this one. I'm going to do something a little different. So for those of you who know me, I'm Keenan. I'm not your typical cat, so we're going to have a little bit of fun here. For those of you who don't, you'll know me after this, so it's all good in the hood. I'm going to break this down a little different. I'm going to throw y'all a curveball, poof, a slider. I'm going to keep you on your toes. I'm not going to talk about social selling. Not directly, anyways. I'm not going to break down social selling. You're going to get lots of that all over this place. You're going to get it from a lot of really smart people a shitload smarter than me, who know this better than I do. So I figured why add to it? Why not create my own spin and give you something that you're probably not going to get anywhere else in here? And what we're going to break down is social learning. How the best salespeople are using social media to up their game, but not in the sales process, not in the sales cycle. So you can follow me at Keenan. I probably should have created a hashtag for this. My bad, I didn't. But I will be paying attention to my Twitter stream all day Monday. So if you're watching this, you have a question, hit me up. I'll hit you back. It'll be my pleasure. So this is going to be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. So, look, everybody uses social, or you're here, you want to learn to use social for prospecting and lead generation, right? But guys, you can use social for so much more than that. Look, they're using social to start revolutions, right? So I know we can get more out of social than just prospecting and lead generation, or top of the funnel, or bottom of the funnel, or closing. You know, there's a lot more to it, and I want us to get more from that, right? Look, I'm a big fan. If you've seen any of my studies, you'll see that those who use social outperform those who don't. I think the most recent one we did shows that those who consider themselves very good or better at social outperform those who don't by 6x. So there's a lot to be said there. But, you know, everything is not a direct line. Selling is more than just getting people into the pipeline. It's more than just prospecting. It's more than just lead generation. Selling is about being a thought leader, or, you know what, I take that back. I hate that frickin' word. It's not about being a thought leader. It's about establishing relationships and being a trusted advisor to your customers and your clients and to your prospects. It's being able to teach your prospects, right? Think about this. Our job is to teach our prospects. I mean, if you're a fan of the Challenger sale, I'll throw that shit right out, right? The Challenger sale, teach, tailor, and take control. Well, in order to teach, you have to have a powerful knowledge base. And without a powerful knowledge base, you can't teach. Well, guess what? Besides lead generation, the internet is so wide open. It has knowledge and information that you can get to help you be that teacher, to help you be that trusted advisor, to help you get to that next level of consultative selling or solution selling by knowing more than your competitors, by knowing more than your prospects or buyers. So the internet lets you do that. Think about this, man. There is so much information out there that wasn't out there before that we can access. It comes in the form of blogs. It comes in the form of online magazines. It comes in the form of tweets. It comes in the form of ebooks. It comes in the form of white papers. It comes in the forms of infographics. I mean, it is endless. Endless. The internet is wide open. There's so much information out there. And that's good. But there's also a downside to it. The downside is, or the way most people use it, and why social is so good, is most people only go for what they know. I want to learn X, so I ask a question about X. So I'm only filling my knowledge gaps based on what I know I'm missing. But think about that next layer. The next layer is, I don't know what I don't know. What is happening out in the world? What information is available to me as a salesperson, as a sales leader, that would help me do my job better, that I don't know exists? I don't even know to ask the question, right? If you didn't know airplanes or air flight was possible and had never seen that, you wouldn't know to say, how can I get there through the air? You wouldn't even know to ask it. So until it comes across your plate until it walks and moves in front of you, you see something flying above, or you hear someone say something, you can't react to it. You can't do anything with it. And so imagine if you were able to go 10, 20, 30 years without being introduced to this idea, you're behind the eight ball. You don't know about flight. You don't know about all the benefits of it, so you're never able to do anything with it. So the internet can kind of be the same way. There's all kinds of information out there, and if you don't figure out a way to tap into it without knowing what you're looking for, you're missing half the battle, right? Social learning is the ability to make that happen. It's to leverage social to get you access to the information that you don't know exists, plus you may have an idea that exists, but to learn more about it in the areas and on the topics that are most pertinent to your job as a salesperson, to the industry you sell in, to the people you sell to, etc. That's what social learning is about, and we're going to make social learning work, right? If we do this right, by increasing your knowledge base through social learning, you're going to increase your industry and knowledge. We're going to increase your product comprehension, which is key. Imagine being able to identify additional use cases because you have stronger knowledge base or an improved knowledge base. You can forget about your competition. You can find out what they're doing all the time, know where they're strong, know where they're weak. You can find additional players in the space that you didn't know exist. You can tap into industry experts. I mean, here's the crazy piece. There's always that group of people that everybody knows and everybody's, is aware of in our spaces. But man, there's some guy or some girl sitting in a dark corner in Wyoming or Encino, California, whatever the place is called, that no one knows about. But just putting their stuff out on the web or get the little blog that's not getting a lot of people's attention, and boom, it's a wealth of information. You can find that shit, right? You can be more articulate in your space. So increasing your knowledge base is so much value. And all of these things I have right here can help you. How about improving your business acumen? Right? I mean, how much do you know about sales velocity? How much do you know about supply chain? I mean, how much do you know about gap? I mean, how could these things affect your ability to sell your product or service? Right? The more you know, the further you'll go. So let's talk about how you do that, right? Let's talk about how you leverage social to make these type of things happen. Just like social selling, it comes down to what the keywords that you're looking for, right? So for this exercise, find 5 keywords, the bare minimum. Find 5 keywords in your space that would help you if you had more knowledge. So obviously, I'm assuming most everybody is a salesperson or sales leader. So if you're a salesperson, sales leader, think about what you sell and create some keywords around maybe your competition, maybe around the product, maybe around the product space, the whole, ecosystem, the product ecosystem. So think of other things besides just your product, the ecosystem you're in. Maybe around the economics ecosystem of what you're in, the government ecosystem of the system you're in. So let's say you're in telecom, then you might want to have telecom mandates as a hashtag. You might want to have what do they sell when they sell bandwidth? So bandwidth auctions might be something you want to have. I mean, I don't know, but just think in those terms, right? Think of potentially having hashtags around certain business acumen. If you're in a heavy capital expenditure space and CapEx plays a big role in the decision-making process, maybe you might want to have CapEx as a hashtag, or financing CapEx as a hashtag. I don't know, anything that's going to pull information to you, right? And it's going to get you information that you normally don't have. And one of the ways I like to think about this is, I wrote a post a while ago called Deliberate Learning. And the idea that says, those of us who are really, 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 really good at what we do, we got this way because we were good at understanding our knowledge gap, right? It's, I know this, I don't know this, and to be really good, I'm missing this. And so we understand that what we don't know, where it holds us back, we deliberately go try to learn it. We say, gosh, if I knew that, I could be better at this. So we deliberately try to learn it. So this is where these keywords come in, is it's ask yourself, what do you need to know to get better at what you do? What do you need to know to be a better salesperson in your space, or to be a better sales leader in your space, or be a better sales leader in your space? What do you need to know? And build the hashtags around that. Be very deliberate so that you can come out of this social learning experience knowing not just anything, but knowing specific things that will make you better at your job. So ask that question of yourself, what do I need to know? Once you do that and you get at least 5 hashtags, if you can go for 10, 15, that's even better. I mean, that's the goods. So once you do that, go download Hootsuite if you don't have it. It's a Twitter management tool. It's fantastic. It also allows you to manage a whole bunch of other things. But go download it or go to your Hootsuite and create a new tab and create a stream, an individual stream for every hashtag or every keyword you have. And just sit back and let it magic happen. Some of the hashtags, nothing may come up right away, or maybe only a few things every once in a while, or some will just start filling up. Because look, you're not going to get inundated, every one, with a new tweet every 15 seconds, but if the hashtags are good, you're going to get some good stuff. So do that and watch them start filling up and check them out. Once you do that, take those same hashtags and flip them into keywords and go into Feedly and start Feedly.com. It's Google's old Google Reader, I guess is what it is, and start searching for blogs under those same hashtags. So put in every hashtag you have one at a time. It's going to bring up a list of blogs. Take a look at them, read them, pick and choose, click through them, read a couple of them. But then from that, try to find at least 5 blogs for each keyword. Bare minimum, you can go more, but 5 blogs for each keyword, and save it to your Feedly account or save it to your Feedly application. Right? And then it allows you to do it by category, so you can do it for each category. If you have a CapEx one, do the CapEx one. If you have a telecom one, do the telecom one. If you have freaking how to brush a dog, put the how to brush a dog. Whatever it is your hashtag was, create a separate category for that and put all the blogs that you want to start following under that hashtag. Okay? Now, once you've done this, take a look at the authors for all of these blogs. Take a look at the people you're finding in the hashtags on Twitter and start to collect their names and go start following them in Twitter. So all these people that start to slowly but surely provide information of value to you in that Twitter stream under those hashtags or under those key searches, the blog owners, go into LinkedIn, click, 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 and start following them. And keep them in your regular stream, or you can have them in your we call it your knowledge stream, or your whatever you want to call it. You can keep them all together because you can't have a bazillion streams, but have them in a single stream or in your general stream, but I'll start following them. Do the same thing on LinkedIn. Connect with them all on LinkedIn. So start knowing who these people are and have a way to connect with them and see what else they're putting out besides their blog, right? So once you've done all that, you should have this good repository, if you will, of all kinds of good information. Stuff that's coming in under individual hashtags for tweets, stuff that's coming in through your Feedly blog. You see the authors and the tweets that they have outside of the hashtags. You should have all this stuff coming in. So now you just got to build a cadence, right? It's going to be a lot of reading. It's going to be a lot of stuff. So I get it. You can't get to it all. But here's my suggestion. For those of you who commute on a train or something, you have it easy. But for those of us, well, for some of us who have a lot to do in the middle of the day and you don't feel good getting to it, make a commitment to do at least an hour in the morning and an hour in the afternoon. 1 to 2 hours a day. When you get up, read for 30 minutes to an hour. Go to your Feedly, open that sucker up. It's going to be right there. And you're going to see tons of articles, tons of blog posts under all the different categories that you've created, all the different keywords. Start reading. Just start reading. It's all you got to do. Some's going to be, that was a waste of time. I knew that it didn't help me. Other times, it's going to be spot on. But here's the key. It's going to build your knowledge base, one article at a time. Sometimes it's going to be immediately relevant. Other times it's not going to be, but that's not the point. It's all going to filter in. It's all going to get inside you. So do it 30 minutes to an hour in the morning, and then do it 30 minutes to an hour right before you go to bed. And just read that stuff. And then when you're done reading it, share it. Share it out to folks. On your hashtags, if you want to look in the middle of the day or you see, you don't want to lose stuff in the stream, go out and check it, hit favorite, and then send it to Instapaper. Like I said, Instagram down here. That's my mistake. My bad. Instapaper. Send it to Instapaper. Send it to Evernote. Save it. Go back to it later. But let that wealth of information you're collecting, or the wealth of all that cool stuff collecting, go somewhere that you can always go back and read. You're on a plane. Spend 2 hours of that plane ride reading the stuff. It's the perfect time to do it. But you have it all, and that's the key. You, just by doing this one page, you have a whole mountain of information and data constantly being fed to you through social that you don't have to go research. You don't have to go find it. It's just being dropped into your lap. Boom. And it allows you to keep pace with what's going on. It allows you to keep up with what's happening. And that information is going to help you be a trusted advisor. That information is going to help you get to the next level. Excuse me. Because that's what it's all about. getting to, oh my gosh, sorry peeps. That's what it's all about, right? Being that trusted advisor, being that that consultant for your customers. They're looking for that. You know, I also wrote a post not too long ago about how Renaissance people are the best salespeople. Renaissance people are the people who know so much about so many things, and that when they're selling, they have the ability to pull from this like cornucopia of knowledge sitting in the back of their freaking head, and like, oh, boom, and they drop some information out onto the prospect. Did you know? Are you aware? They can also use it for engaging with their customers and prospects, because a customer, you know, they'll have that prospect or buyer who has this Civil War gun collection, or the Civil War, model hobby that he's all excited about. And you, and that Renaissance person will have just enough knowledge to be like, oh my gosh, are you working with the XYZ model, man? Or do you have this XY musket that was so popular? And they're like, whoa, how did you know that? Well, you know just enough to connect with them because you read all the time, or because you read an article on the Civil War and you remembered it. So Renaissance people are the bomb. I'm telling you, I love Renaissance people because they just know how to connect. They have this wealth of information and they get it from stuff like this. So you need to become a Renaissance, at the very least, a sales Renaissance person. You need to have so much information in your head. Your objective is to increase your knowledge, and social can do that for you. Sorry, peeps. So this is the third time I've had to do this, in case you're wondering. It keeps screwing up. So let's hope this is the last time. If you're seeing this, this is the last time I had to do it. Thank God. The technology kept failing me. The audio didn't work. So, all right. With that said, peeps, I think I'm good. I'm going to let you go. The bottom line is this, right? If you're using social only for prospecting, you're only getting half the value. Social learning is real. Social learning is critical. You should be committed to it. And social allows you to get information that you don't know. And that's where the win is. So with that said, peeps, thank you very much for taking the time. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the summit. Peace. I'm out.